ovation!
Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're taking a look at every LEGO superhero game ranked.
The Avengers have assured the world's media this is just run-of-the-mill villainy. Nothing they can't handle.
The folks at LEGO have belted out quite a number of superhero-themed video games. Not as many as Spider-Man or Batman have seen, but they still make up a decent portion of TT Games' portfolio. Here's our ranking of them from worst to best. Which LEGO superhero game is your favorite? Let us know down in the comments.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Number 8. LEGO The Incredibles.
I only need a patch job for sentimental reasons.
Edna.
LEGO The Incredibles is... man, it's a rough one. To its credit, the open world is just fine. The side missions are okay, the Pixar buildings are exciting to find and piece together, and the collectibles, they're not too harrowing. However, the main campaign is what really falls apart.
You don't sound so sure.
Not only does it rewrite key emotional moments in the first Incredibles movie in a way that feels forced and lazy, but the structure of making your players go through the sequel before playing through the 2004 original movie, it comes off like it was cobbled together and structured just for the sake of promoting the new movie first and foremost. To borrow a phrase from the first movie, this game made us wish the super secret identities were their only identities.
That's it. This way. There we go.
Number 7. LEGO Marvel's Avengers.
Loki's scepter must be here. Strucker couldn't mount this defense without it.
Of the few LEGO Marvel games, there is no question. Avengers is the weakest of the stack. You can love it for being a more lighthearted rendition of the first two Avengers movies. That's fine. That's fair, but when it comes to some of the design choices, LEGO Marvel's Avengers seems scatterbrained at times.
How bad is it?
Much of the open world feels bloated for the sake of bloating game time with gold bricks scattered about, with comically basic puzzles. The sound design is messy and unbalanced, as characters will mutter dialogue, as all other sound effects get muffled. And then the reuse of New York City from LEGO Marvel Superheroes as a main open world setting, it's utterly uninspiring. And this all goes without getting into the technical problems that really put a hamper on this game. This should have been better, man. Number 6. LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham.
Mayday, we have a code red security breach on the watchtower. Calling all Justice League members. Mayday.
LEGO Batman 3 is an interesting case. As a game, it has its own problems, some of which are shared with other LEGO games, such as, crashing, mission objectives bugging out, the whole shebang. When looked at through the lens of a superhero game, though, it succeeds and falters in two different ways. On one hand, you have an excellent roster of characters that brings together almost every corner of DC Comics fandom, from movies and television to popular and obscure characters. On the other hand, it falls by the wayside because of how mundane the open world is, primarily because of how copy-paste the different Lantern Corps planets feel. It isn't a LEGO game we'd tell you to steer clear of, yet it isn't one we would highly recommend either.
We never get a break.
Number 5. LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2.
We've nearly evacuated everyone, but our last rescue ships are pinned down. We can't hold out much longer.
Relax, Nova Prime. The cavalry's here.
Now, LEGO Marvel 2 can be criticized for a similar reason as we criticized LEGO Avengers. The open world is massive to a point where some players might feel overwhelmed by its sheer size, and it comes off a tad bloated. However, it does feel a lot more cohesive than a mere scrambling of set pieces inspired by the MCU. The game's theme of time and dimensional travel makes sense here, and it allows for one of the biggest rosters of characters in LEGO games that pull heroes and villains from across Marvel history. The big and the small, the popular and the obscure, the old and the new, it all meshes into a meaty package that makes sense and feels more fresh and imaginative than what we got in Avengers. As we said, it can feel overwhelming, but find your pace, stick with it, and LEGO Marvel 2 can be a satisfying jog.
The Avengers have assured the world's media this is just run-of-the-mill villainy. Nothing they can't handle.
Number 4, LEGO Batman 2 DC Superheroes. Considering how formulaic LEGO games were prior to 2012 and how stale they were becoming, LEGO Batman 2 felt like a real step in the right direction. Rather than rehash another hub world with linear level design, LEGO Batman 2 gave us the chance to run around Gotham City in an open world, setting the blueprint for LEGO games moving forward.
Standing ovation!
On top of that, it expanded the boundaries of the Batman world by including, as the name implies, other DC Comics characters. The only reason it doesn't rank any higher on this list is that the story is somewhat forgettable. It isn't awful, but it also isn't memorable either.
Are those last names?
Just one name each.
Like Madonna.
Number 3, LEGO Marvel Superheroes.
Ah, you kids better clean up this mess or I'll tell everyone your middle name is Olivia, and you buy all Nick Fury's eye patches.
The first LEGO Marvel game was so unbelievable due to how frequently TT Games worked on Warner Brothers properties, most notably Marvel's main competitor, DC Comics. Regardless of which comic book brand you love more, LEGO Marvel Superheroes was top-notch in every way. In addition to offering a fun campaign with excellent comedy, dialogue, voice acting, and level design, the game created one of the most fun renditions of New York City we had ever seen in gaming, meshing real-world landmarks with Marvel's own locations. This made room to include entertaining side missions, clever puzzles, fun races, and so much more. Every corner had something unique about it, making it the best of the LEGO Marvel games.
Anyone here on mutant? We very much like to destroy you.
Number 2, LEGO Batman the video game. It is a little bit funny that the first LEGO Batman somehow still tops its sequels, and we swear, we aren't saying this because of rose-tinted glasses or whatever. There truly was something special about LEGO Batman 1, and it mostly stems from the main campaign. At first, it seems like a game that lasts about as long as LEGO Indiana Jones or the LEGO Star Wars games. 15 levels that can be finished in just a few hours, no big deal, but then you discover the switch to Arkham Asylum in the Batcave, and suddenly, a second game unlocks. One where you can experience 15 other levels, focusing on the villain side of the story. And it becomes a meaty 2-game bundle with creative puzzles, great humor, and an excellent feeling of adventure. Number 1, LEGO DC Supervillains.
Seeing as you are here, you can all assist me with my experiments.
That's Dr. Hugo Strange!
Odd that a game where you play as the villains tops a list about the best hero games. We gotta be honest though, it is sometimes good to be bad. LEGO DC Supervillains is unique not just in its mesh of Gotham, Metropolis, and various other DC landmarks, but in how it blends other ideas into one coherent and creative package.
Huh? I take that as a yes.
Take the custom character for example. Custom characters used to be a background feature, a reward for unlocking character types and allowing players to create a Swiss Army knife, a minifig of all trades. Here, your custom character becomes a part of the story, and yet it doesn't steal the spotlight from DC's gallery of criminals. Everyone gets their time to shine here, celebrating DC Comics' most notorious in the best of ways. If you haven't played this yet, you absolutely need to go and get this. Right now. Do it. Do it now.
Come on, Joker. This leads down to the lower levels.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, there's more where that came from.